a band name, a way to live life.
I just want to be comfortable doing something that I love to do.
For Matt Hart and John Davis, that love is music. I introduced you to the band back in 2004, but since then, the duo has gone far. They've even taken their first steps onto the red carpet.
People really appreciate the music because we tell stories.
I always thought we had something good.
And that talent came together right here in Toledo. This is the duo back in May 2004, starting work on their album, Eve of Temptation. Now, nearly 2 years later, the same guys are getting the recognition they say they've been working for. This is footage of Purpose back on February 11th, accepting an award from the Black Music Awards out west.
Wow, what a surprise.
They couldn't believe it.
The BMAs are like the BET
It's the
Awards, they're like the
Black
Grammys.
Grammys.
We were shocked, and John's like, dude, I think we won. They called us. I swear it was us. So we were really, really excited.
That was awesome.
And we just wanted to tell everybody.
But an even bigger deal, finding purpose not just in their name, but with their music.
I wanna release, I'm talking with passion. I said I wanna release, but she won't listen to me. You give me no explanation. You just walked out of my life, and by the serpent, you were deceived. You turn away from salvation, and all the fruit that it bears for a life you never received. I've fallen into temptation, but once her body was mine, and by your beauty, I was deceived.
Purpose, a band name and a way of life.
The Toledo duo has been making Christian music since 2004, and now they are using their smooth sound to make the world a safer place.
Matt and John just made a music video and sent it to Fox's hit show America's Most Wanted, using their music to help solve crime and hopefully save lives. Powerful images put to the music of Purpose.
It's just something that needed to be done.
In their songs, Purpose talks about love, hate, even abduction. Matt and John thought it would be a good idea to really use their music for a good cause. So they wrote emails with their idea to America's Most Wanted.
They gave us permission to, use photos and, and pictures and all that stuff to create our video. You see footage and actual pictures of children that are missing.
These guys say this project is something that meant a lot to them through their own personal experiences. They hope the video will eventually be used on the show. They say the photos in it are of people who are actually missing, so it could save a life.
If we could have one person found,
Just from seeing the pictures on the CD.
it would make the world of difference.
There it is.
But even if America's Most Wanted doesn't like the video, this duo says it won't matter. Their music has purpose, and that's the reason Matt and John keep going.
10% of the proceeds are going to help fight breast cancer. That's just awesome that you guys do. Yeah. And he's an entertainer. Tell us a little bit about the music. You and John got together, and you guys have put together what I consider to be like positive kid music, right?
Right. Basically what we do is we have a positive sound. It's kind of like an alternative rock, maybe country, a little bit. What Tom said.
You broke my heart, and I'm so glad you did, 'cause I found my baby.
Well, hey, you could say our next guests have a purpose. They recently came back from Los Angeles where they won the BMA Award for Best Rock Alternative Album. This is big time. Both Matt Hart and John Davis make their homes right here in the Toledo area. They make up the band Purpose. And guys, you're joining us today. We appreciate you being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, yeah.
Hey, talk a little bit. First of all, what kind of music you guys do? Alternative, we're talking, right? Alt rock kind of thing, or what? How would you describe it?
A lot of people call it like a rock country soul fusion. My wife said it's R&R, which is rhythm and rock.
Okay. Well, what's a couple of guys from the Toledo area doing out in L.A., winning awards and making all this kind of cool music? What's that all about?
It's about being blessed.
Yeah,
There you go.
blessed, yeah.
A friend told me the other day you were coming back to stay. Now our lives have changed, and it would never be the same. I got a woman that treats me good, and a son that makes me smile. A home feels like it should. I hang my hat and stay for a while. So many things I should have said before you left. Now that you're back in town, you can see it for yourself. You broke my heart, and I'm so glad you did, 'cause I found my baby, and from your experience, I appreciate the love she gives to me. For the rest of my life, for the rest of my life.
That's awesome. You guys got to be proud of that. What about influences? I mean, what made you guys want to get into music and do what you're doing now? Who influenced you?
John teases me, but I say Barry Manilow.
I've been on the road. My baby wants me home. Darling, I want to see you, but I'm sick of all these people. This is my last show. We pack our things and go.
I had did some stuff for the Spider-Man soundtrack. I did some stuff for Hulk. And Marvel called me up and asked me to do something for Daredevil.
He has an R&B flavor to his vocals, but the music's not obviously R&B, so I think that in itself is a cool cross. And I think that's what makes it different. He's a great songwriter to start off with, great vocalist. He's one of the best I've heard personally.
We have a very, very unique sound. I think we'll go far because we have the drive and it's words and music. And that's all that matters, you know, and people relate to that. We're very spiritual people and, you know, connected with God and, you know, to be honest with you, I always feel like God writes my songs.
I just think his personality, we gel. I mean, I can tell what he's thinking, he can tell what I'm thinking before we even do it, so that's really nice.
We're nominated for Best Alternative Band and Best Neo Soul Performer.
Okay.
We have a band called Purpose. We just released an album called Heave of Temptation. It's hot. You can pick it up. It's hot. PurposeTheBand.com. Get it from the store, you know.
We're also performing tonight on the show.
Performing tonight.
This band is going to be huge. This band is going to be huge, and I've never been so convicted to something before. I mean, this, you know, I can say that with conviction. This band will be, you know, will be somewhere, and I just know it, you know, because it's God's purpose.
Save tomorrow.